So something I commonly see when people come in to do their TPI assessment is a limited rotation, external rotation in their shoulder. And here's what I mean by that. When I ask them to set up in their golf posture, okay, I have them drop one hand off the golf club, bring that elbow out to the side, and then rotate up. Now you can see that my forearm here is pretty much in line with my spine here. So if I have my spine angle here, and I rotate my arm up, you can see that my arm is in line with that spine angle. A lot of times what I'll see is when I ask people to do that, they're down in this area. So the issue with that is if your professional is asking you to try to shallow the golf club, that's going to be real hard to do if you don't have a good enough external rotation in the shoulder. So here's what I mean by that. If we're at the top of the swing and the golf pro wants us to shallow out the club, if we don't have the ability to keep this arm here to shallow the club out, the club's going to tend to want to go this way. So sometimes that over the top or that steep shaft is because you just don't have that external rotation. So at home you can test this by just standing next to a mirror and get into your golf posture, okay? Bring your arm out to your side and rotate up, okay? And like I said, this forearm here, my forearm here should be in line with my spine at a minimum. If it's down in here, you're going to really have trouble getting that golf club shallow and getting that elbow in. So if you see that you're having trouble with that, here's a great exercise that I like to give everybody to do for this. So get your golf club, and you're just going to grab the golf club a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, okay? You're going to hinge through the hips and drive the hips back. So we're going to get a little lower. So if our golf posture's here, we're going to get a little lower. We want to really get down in here. So by doing this, we want to drive the hips straight back, keep that spine straight, and we're going to grab our golf club. Now from here, once we have our golf club, we're going to pull the elbows out to our side, and then we're going to rotate the golf club up as much as we can. And then from here, we're going to push straight out, trying to keep the arms in line with our spine. The tendency is that the arms are going to want to start to drop down here, okay? So we want to try to keep that arm up as high as we can, bring it back in, rotate back down to this 90-degree position, repeat, rotate up, push straight away, okay? So it would look like this in real time. As I'm doing this, I'm going to breathe in and out, and then let the air out. So it's going to be this way and back in. And what you're going to feel is you're going to feel a lot of work in the back of your shoulders. It's going to do two things. It's going to stretch the front part of the pec out, which can create some of that tightness from this position, but it's also going to strengthen your upper back up. What I see is a lot of people sit all day so the spine really gets rounded and they don't have the ability to externally rotate that shoulder. So when the spine gets straighter, that arm can rotate a lot more. So work on that exercise. You could do that a couple times throughout the day, just to, especially if you're sitting in a seated posture all day at your computer on your phone all day. Do this throughout the day, a couple, 2-3 times a day, and you're going to notice a big difference in that shoulder external rotation. Really important to help you shallow out that golf club.